Hello, and welcome to the CTB show. Today, as far as you are concerned, is July 6th. The weather is tropical. Aruba, Jamaica. Ooh, I want to take you to the tasty freeze and eat a chili dog. Welcome to the show. My name is Evan the Mayor. I am in Turks and Caicos. That is Casey the Kasem, still in Ocean City. Yeah, and that is Brian the Levy on the set of This Is Us.
Not used to being third.
Oh, does it make you feel inadequate, Brian?
I mean, I just got used to a certain pattern.
Right. Sorry.
I'm a creature of habit. I fear change.
I think it's because you were in the upper left and not the bottom panel of this Zoom recording. Doesn't matter. So it should be noted that this recording we did very shortly after the previous record, episode 368. This is episode 369. Haha, yeah, baby.
Nice. 300 times nice.
Yes. So it's only been literally 2 days since we recorded, but this episode will air mid-July, first week in July, because I'll be in the tropical Caribbean. I don't know what you losers are going to be doing, but we're recording a brisk 45 to an hour on topics that have nothing to do with Baltimore because I'm currently out of the United States. I'm flying away on 4th of July. I'll be in midair when the whole apocalypse happens.
Yeah, it's a real pop culture heavy program.
Sort of. I guess you consider the Olympics to be pop culture, which, of course, why not?
Are the Olympics popular?
Are they anymore?
Yeah, I think so.
Man.
At any rate, we're going to talk about the Olympics, and we're going to talk about something that Brian posted on the Fan Zone, and I guess some other TV stuff. So let's get going.
But Casey said he had an update to things that happened that he was talking about a couple of days ago, which is, and if Casey would, I think, of course I remember what he said 2 days ago, but I think he should give a recap for the audience. It's been a while for them, and they've probably forgotten.
Brian was too busy watching Kitchen Nightmares.
Hell's Kitchen, Casey. Hell's Kitchen. Didn't forget that.
So if you remember, I mentioned that my son, he was he was afraid of the ocean for some reason. He was great last year, and this year was a little skittish. So today we took him out, and he took to it, and it took a little bit getting used to, but he loved it. So we finally kind of broke through that and had a good day.
He took to it like a duck takes to whatever it is a duck takes to.
Yeah, something like that. I can't remember.
That duck said, stick it in my cloaca.
That is not the metaphor. So he was also afraid of flying kites for some reason. And we had a breakthrough with that. So he flew the kite today. Yeah.
Okay.
So
you took him hang gliding and said, you're afraid of kites. You were afraid of kites. How do you feel about it now?
If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball.
So is he a big enough lad to go like in the lazy river, or maybe want to do one of the kiddie water slides?
No.
He can do the kiddie water. I mean, he did the kiddie water slides when he was a little bit over a year. So that's probably what we're going to do tomorrow.
Well, you should never get on a slide with your kid. It's like a real quick way to break a kid's leg.
Are you being serious?
I am being serious. I'm being serious. I had two different sets of friends within a week of each other who broke their kid's leg going down the slide with them.
No, we just push them down. We just
Good. That's the way you should.
Or a stranger, or the person, the lifeguard at the top of the push them down.
I'm really looking forward to when Casey is an adult. When Cannon is more grown up. Casey's already an adult. He's had sex and stuff. When Cannon is more grown up and at least, and Casey just sends a parade of strangers to pick him up just to see if it works. Be like, nah, man, you weren't supposed to get in the car. If he's just having strangers push this kid down a slide. Hey, could you do me a favor and push my? Hey, no, wait, come back with him. He's just gonna start sending strangers in a van just to make sure Cannon knows. Don't get in that van.
So another funny tidbit. So we were at the pool today after the beach to rinse the sand off.
Another funny tidbit. You guys ever hear of Adam Walsh?
we met a couple, and guess what the gentleman's name is?
Cannon.
What?
Yes.
Oh my God. How big is his dick? I bet it is huge.
Like a baby arm.
Maybe. He was he was a big guy.
Was he cool?
Yeah, he seemed pretty cool.
He seems like a Larry the Cable Guy type. Is that what you're trying not to say?
No.
Did you take his phone and subscribe to this podcast? Is he going to hear about this later?
Probably not.
Oh, good.
It was really weird. They lived in Glen Burnie. They lived relatively close to us, so it's just kind of. I mean, I guess it happens in Ocean City.
I was going to say it's not like you were across the world or anything.
Right. Yeah. Right. I was in Timbuktu and I met my neighbor.
No.
How did you meet him?
At a real life camp. We were in the pool and our kids were playing together.
Let me ask you something. How did Amber feel about this?
What?
Well, I mean, I assume she knows that I've been lobbying for you to name at least one of your children, whether retroactively or proactively, canon. Did meeting an actual canon? Did that?
It did not
move the needle? No, didn't come up. You didn't tell him. You didn't. Wait a second. You met a fucking guy named Cannon, and you weren't like, holy shit, my buddy has been trying to get me to name my kids Cannon. The fuck is wrong with you?
I was paying attention to my 3-year-old because he was intent on inflicting bodily harm to himself because he didn't want to jump into the pool and was trying to slide down the edge and then hit his head.
I mean, they gotta scratch. They gotta scratch and bump their knees a little bit, Casey. You should have been like.
Knees are fine, but when it comes to blunt force trauma to the head, that's where I kind of draw.
Did you think he was going to be a doctor? I mean, come on. Well, let's be honest.
I mean, he's smarter than me already, so.
All right. Well, then maybe you did take him down a notch. That's all I'm saying. Maybe a bump to the head can only be helpful.
Well, as we all know,
I'll make sure to
the cure for and the cause of amnesia is a bump to the head.
Right. Bump him once, bump him twice. Once is a problem, twice is a fix. I'm a little disappointed, Casey, but I guess parenting trumps my feelings.
Yeah, that and I didn't know how to break the ice. Be like, hey, dude,
I'm on this dumb podcast.
Your name is Cannon.
The ongoing joke for 3 years has been, my son's name is Cannon.
Yeah. It's not a joke. I desperately want someone to name their male son, not me necessarily, but I want somebody to name their male son Cannon. I don't think it's that much to ask. Yeah. Hannah, can you hear me? Oh, tell her I want her to name
the best.
Cannon Miller. I think sounds delightful.
No.
Evan, we don't know if you're going to get a say or not, but I think Cannon. I expect it from you. Yes, you are definitely going to name your son Cannon, but I think it wouldn't hurt Hannah to get a promise out of Hannah either. That's all.
Moving right along.
I have such a good time.
Great. I guess before we get to the Olympics, I want to briefly touch on the fact that traveling the old Turks and Caicos, an island destination full of wondrous conch, iguana farms and shit like that.
Is Turks and Caicos, Turks and Caicos, Turks and Takis? It's a wonderful island. Is that the one with the pigs?
No. That's off of I forget the name of that island from Firefest, but yeah,
that's where it was.
Yeah, I don't remember the name of the island, but what I'm getting at is we're wheels up very shortly, and come to find out that there was a boat discovered adrift outside of Turks and Caicos with 20 dead people, including 2 kids.
Oh, you know what that is, don't you? You know what that is, don't you?
It's the start of Ghost Ship. I don't know. There's a couple of things it could be.
It's vampires.
Okay. Caribbean vampires. Title of the episode.
Hey man, we're here to suck
hey,
blood, man.
Give me a blood.
Are we allowed? I don't think we're allowed to do that anymore. You know what? I'll take that chance.
Do you want to hear some depressingly tragic news about Turks and Caicos?
Sure.
There are
20 bodies found on a boat floating off the coast.
Yeah, thanks,
Turks
Casey. That's what I just said.
Way to go, Casey.
Are you in a coma?
I thought you were going to say something about slavery or some shit. And he went,
like,
its tourism industry is founded on a legacy of slavery and owning people. I'll be like, yeah, I guess, man. Jesus. Sounds about right.
I was pulling up the article as you were saying it, so I missed part of it.
You know, I feel like I take a lot of shit on this show, but that is the third time in as many weeks as Casey has done that.
Mentioned something immediately after I mention it.
Oh my god!
See, I like to think that the entire boat was attacked by water zombies. You know, like dead pirates that are at the bottom of the sea.
Yo, wait, is Ghost Ship the one with the Kraken?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Or is Ghost Ship like Event Horizon on the water?
Something like that. Yes, I was gonna say it was like.
Oh, is Ghost Ship? Wait, time out. Is Ghost Ship the one with the wire that snaps?
Maybe.
And totally. Casey, I need you to Google Ghost Ship. I give you permission not to listen to what's happening while you Google Ghost Ship. I think Ghost Ship, the movie, there is a movie where they're like, oh, you think this is like kind of Titanic, and we're all having a nice time on. I mean, Titanic ends poorly, of course, but we're having a nice time just hanging out on this boat, enjoying this dance. And then you see oh, we're just some sailors, we're walking along, and then you see the wires in the ship, and one goes crack, crack. And it goes, and it slices through, and it just whips through the dance that's happening, the sock opera or whatever.
I think that is a scene. And this movie also came out in the same 3-year period that 13 Ghosts, The Haunting, some of those 90s shitty CGI horror movies.
Well, which was the one? Is 13 Ghosts the one with Matthew Lillard or Vincent Price?
Matthew Lillard, Shannon Elizabeth.
That's the 13 Ghosts of Scooby-Doo.
Oh, gotcha. Not quite 90s or CGI.
Which one was The Haunting? The one with Luke Wilson, Owen Wilson? I mean,
was he like a detective? I can't remember. It was The Haunting on
The
Haunting on Hill House or some shit where it was a remake of a Vincent Price film.
That's The Haunting. That's
Catherine Zeta-Jones, Owen Wilson. Owen Wilson is in
The Haunting, right?
Yeah,
and Lily Tomlin's daughter.
Who's
Lily
that?
Tomlin's daughter. I forget her name, but she's the star of the movie, of The Haunting.
No, it's the one who talks like this.
Yeah, that's Lily Tomlin's daughter.
Now that when I heard myself out loud do it makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm just sad about coming to this haunted house.
Anyway, we got from tropical destinations to 90s shitty horror movies.
Are you gonna go on a jet ski?
I don't know. I might go paragliding. I'm just open for everything.
What is
really?
Yeah.
What is there where do you do paragliding? Is that over
Sorry,
water?
I meant to say parasailing, where you get dragged behind a boat and you're floating in the air.
Here's the thing, I could do that. When people jump off of mountains with the hang gliding,
that's parasailing.
How do they land?
You push up really hard, and then the thing kind of slows you down to the point where you can just drop your feet on the ground. It scares the shit out of me.
I wouldn't do it.
I don't like heights, and literally just talking about it right now is it is triggering. I am literally getting anxious. Yeah, it is. I'm kind of freaking out right now.
Well, all right,
I don't like
Here's
it at all.
What we'll do to change your
I can't.
Your entire thing.
We're gonna drug them with chloroform.
Let's consider this activity. Consider this activity a sport, and then we will transition to the first topic of the day.
Whoa.
Other sports involved in the Summer Olympics, because that apparently is still happening.
Which one of you guys are going to congratulate Bill Cosby getting out of prison?
I couldn't understand a word you just said, Brian.
Oh, I said which one of you is going to congratulate Bill Cosby for getting out of prison?
Not going to do it.
Take that stand.
Yeah, right.
Probably the right move. All right. What are the new sports coming out from the Olympics, including running from Bill Cosby?
We have surfing.
Okay.
We have skateboarding.
Okay.
We have sport climbing, which is
sport climbing.
Yeah, so like rock climbing, but like
okay,
or like something you would do at like earth treks, like that's that kind of thing. Karate.
I'd watch that.
Okay.
I'd watch that.
And then baseball and softball are reintroduced. They left in 2008, and now they're back.
So the Olympics are in Tokyo this year. I forget. What is karate? Is karate's Japanese?
Yes. Well, unless they stole it
good.
from the Chinese, like a lot of other things that they claim to be, their stuff.
Oh well, but I feel like the Chinese, which ones are mean to each other? I think I forget which one's mean to it. You know what? Moving on.
Okay.
Moving on. Casual races are over. Casey, which Olympic sport are you going to try out for? Yes. Which Olympic sport do you think you could do?
Most fused vertebra.
So that means that I'd have to be. I would like win gold. Like I'd be the Michael Phelps.
The Michael Phelps of not being able to sit for more than 20 minutes.
Exactly.
So.
Exactly.
Speaking of Phelps dog and Maryland Olympiads, the article in the Sun recently said that like 11 out of the 18 gold medals or something to the effect of like we have the most Olympians or some shit, but it's swimming, and I'm like I'm sick of watching people swim. I don't care about swimming. Like show me anything else, like somebody doing a sweet 720 off a pommel horse or something.
We watched Jess and I watched some fucking gymnastics. We watched some races. My favorite summer sport is probably beach volleyball. I know what you're thinking.
I knew it.
But they are athletic, and I respect them as sportswomen, as athletes. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
As far as what I would be most qualified for, it would probably have to be either the archery or the shooting. I forget what they call it. I think they might just call it
riflery.
Shooting. Yeah, it's just called shooting.
They call it skeet, which we know Casey can do.
Competitive masturbating.
I feel like the archery.
Have you ever archered before in your life?
I watched an episode of Archer.
I did a lot of that. But no, I used to. I mean, not very well. It's been a very long time. But my brother is really good at archery.
Well, then you must be.
But I mean, I just get him to train me, and I feel like there can't be that many people that are into archery that would go to the Olympics.
Casey, who is our most famous Olympian archer?
William Tell.
I don't know.
No, it's Gina Davis.
Oh, right.
Gina Davis was an Olympic archer, maybe, or she was on the team or a standby or some shit. Everybody knows that. Come on.
Didn't know. So what about you, Brian? What do you think that you would qualify for? What you could do at the Olympics?
Well, I would obviously do the triple Indy.
Off the high dive?
I don't know. What? Off the high dive. That is a tough dive. I watched Back to School the other day.
You gotta have zero splash, baby.
That seems really tough. I don't know, Casey. I think I'd make a really good baseball manager. Maybe. So I don't want to.
Cigarette. Get your asses out there.
Oh boy.
I don't know if you know who Morris Buttermaker is, but I think I could do a good job coaching a team half drunk, smoking
ragtag teams.
Right, like listen. Let me tell you about my Olympic dreams. Okay, I get called out to some kind of post-collegiate recreational friend team, and then while we're just like working our way up that Volo City sports ladder, a horrible the team is taking the team pictures, and all of a sudden they all get electrocuted.
Right.
What is this apply to, by the way?
King Ralph.
Kick her out. Thank you. Thus, there has to be, for the first time ever, an all-new tournament to see who is. They don't have time to like take teams from different places. They do have time for a month-long 64-team, March Madness style for baseball. And me and my team of plucky ne'er-do-wells advances. And just when you think we're going to lose in the final game, no, our worst player who hasn't gotten a hit all season just hits a dinger right over the fence.
No, right into the pitcher's head, and it's like somehow you win the game that way.
Well, everybody's too shocked to call timeout, so we clear the space. Yeah.
Have you guys ever seen speed walking? That's an Olympic event.
Is it?
I don't think that is. I don't think it is. It is not listed. It is not listed on the Olympic website as a sport.
All right. Well, I know it is a sport, and it is a competitive sport. And if it were an Olympic event, I'd probably try it. But if you ever see
is it a sport or is it athleticism?
It's competitive, so I guess that's technically a sport. I don't know what qualifies a sport if you can compete.
But isn't? That's the answer. But even sport, even that's too much. Because isn't there just like some fat couple every year who gets to do curling? Like, why doesn't that exist for the summer?
I mean, especially
you have badminton. Badminton.
But the problem with badminton is like China dominates it so fucking hard. There's no point for any other country to get involved.
Is there ping pong?
Probably.
Excuse me, table tennis.
There is table tennis. Have
you ever seen that shit? Like those people stand 30 feet away from the table. It is monster. It's crazy.
Well, they have to, or they're gonna get welts
whiffed
on their
on,
bodies. Man. I mean, if you stand that close, I always like to take a couple steps back.
I always feel like if it's the Summer Olympics, we should be doing more summery things, like the Nathan's hot dog eating contest should be an Olympic event.
Yeah, or how long will it take you to read Hunt for Red October next to a swimming
pool?
Sitting
on the beach.
Right, you know what?
Competitive sandcastling.
Who can down the most pina coladas in 2 hours?
Winter Olympics, we've got the luge. We should have the fucking water slide.
Also, why isn't the luge hard to do?
I don't know. I mean, it seems very nerve-wracking.
But it seems easy. You just gotta fucking run and then sit there.
Yeah, I think there's more to it, and plus you could die.
No, you can die if you've never done it before.
There should be a special section of the Summer Olympics at Action Park, and your goal is to get through all of the rides without dying.
No, I think you're right. One thing I think I could do well. Why isn't there how there's the ski jump?
Yeah.
Why isn't there a water slide jump?
Good,
why aren't we getting a good really high up?
You do a mid-air,
really good.
Yeah. And then you get a pose in midair, maybe a twist or something like that.
Think of how massive that swimming pool would have to be, so as to not so nothing can go wrong.
Right.
How do you judge? Just send a 200-pound sack of potatoes down and just see where it ends up.
With a person's face just painted on it with fake teeth on the inside.
Or when you do it water skiing, so it's out in the open water with and you're behind a boat and then you hit a ramp.
Oh,
when you do that.
You just don't do it out into Tokyo Bay or some shit.
So, Casey, do you have the catalog of all the sports in front of you? Because
I do.
Is windsurfing not on there? I feel like there should be all these aquatic sports.
No, you have sailing, you have rowing. So they just added surfing.
Right.
Sailing is you have a wind sailing, you're sailing a boat. You have rowing where you're physically rowing. The surfing is new.
I think
you have they have canoe and kayak, flat water and
slalom.
Wait, what's canoe? Is canoe crew?
No, that's rowing.
Oh, weird.
Canoe is like one
But
person.
how? So
you have artistic swimming.
yeah, sure, yeah, synchronized or otherwise. How the hell are they gonna deal with the elements when it comes to surfing? But I have to imagine they're gonna use one of their really giant indoor wave stupid things.
Evan, it's one of those secrets no one talks about, but everybody knows. The Japanese have learned to control the weather years ago. They said no more of these fucking tidal waves.
Tsunamis.
No, they're going to be doing this on the I'm not even going to try to pronounce it. There's a beach. They're doing this on.
Yeah, but what if it's like too calm for them to get sick curls and they're not like doing any of the tricks?
They're going to set off a nuclear bomb in a trench and hope that they don't.
They have the big earthquake machine under the bottom of the ocean.
Wait. So is this like the you made a good point. I hope they don't wake Godzilla. This is like the prequel too.
It's a real fucking shame that like Godzilla's all classy and shit now, and like I don't know how in control Toho or whatever is of this stuff. Not Toho, that can't be right. Toho's the emperor. No, that was Tojo. I think it's
Toho.
Anyway, okay, great. Like I could really go for like it's the Olympics here in Tokyo. Hope nothing goes wrong.
Wait, so is Godzilla going to carry the torch into the stadium?
No, he is the torch.
Well, no, come on. Everybody knows that fucking Mothra is the friend to... Mothra carries the torch, and Godzilla says, "Oh, fuck you, Mothra."
Was it last Summer Olympics where like I don't think he actually.
No, Richard
the actor
Jewell
came in
1996, dude.
Why do you keep interrupting?
Oh, Daniel,
stop interrupting him.
Sorry.
God.
Ugh.
What are you, 12?
Yeah, they definitely could do like a pre-recorded segment with like Godzilla. Like that'd be kind of cool.
It was Daniel Craig.
Yes.
I was going to make a Richard Jewell joke. I think we're all ready to laugh about that.
Well, I appreciated the documentary film that Clint Eastwood did of Richard Jewell because he's an American hero, okay?
I didn't see that movie when I heard that James Corden wouldn't be playing Richard Jewell.
Total robbery.
Got screwed out of it, James.
All right, anything else we want to talk about in terms of the Olympics before we take a break for advertisement purposes?
Apparently, trampoline is also an Olympic sport.
And the #1 killer of children in America.
Yeah.
I have one of those in my backyard, so I guess that qualifies me.
If we're going in this theme, we should get also involved in the Olympics the stuck at the bottom of the pool because of the drain Olympic event. Other things that kill lots of children. The pills look like candy Olympiads.
I thought that was an urban legend.
No, it's not at all. There are kids that get killed. They get sucked down to the bottom and they drown.
Yeah.
All right, well, now I'm scared.
Just make sure to monitor your children when they're swimming around in that pool, baby.
Yeah.
No, Brian says I need to interrogate people with interesting names.
Where's the first place to look for a kid? Always bottom of a pool.
Yeah. As soon as I go to a house and they have a pool, I'm like, you got any kids in the bottom of that pool?
Any kids in the bottom of that pool?
You got any kids in the bottom of that pool?
Once your friends start being parents and they're like, "Hey, where's my kid?" and you're like, "Oh, check the bottom of the pool." Don't love that joke.
Is there a pool anywhere?
See, Casey's
not laughing at all.
Casey's fucking stone-faced.
It's because he can't. He zoned out like 30 minutes ago. And he's going to bring up like the Nathan's hot dog eating event as a possible Olympic.
Hey, it's like hey, you know what? Really,
Casey's
gonna be like, you know what really frightens me as a parent? Swimming pools.
Did you know that kids get sucked down to the bottom of those pools?
I've never heard that. Whoa! Tell us more.
You know what I can use? A Nathan's hot dog.
Yeah, there you go.
But isn't that the best though? Just rub it up against that jet.
Yes. Put your butthole on it.
Prolapse. Oh, that makes me.
That was in a book I read once.
That wasn't a book. That was
Haunted,
a Chuck Palahniuk book, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Speaking of prolapse, we're gonna prolapse our way into an ad break. So come on back after this lovely advertisement, pre-recorded for your pleasure. All right, we are back from an ad break, and it is now time to do a little quick 20 minutes or so on some pop culture crap. Brian was very pleased with himself today because he posted a thing to the CTB Fan Zone Extreme, a.k.a. Whatever. It's our group on Facebook. Brian, take it away.
Yeah, Casey, can you pull that up for me, please? Thank you.
Because I guess we can read some of the Fan Zone responses.
That's what I'm saying. So I posted a meme that I had seen on some fucking hack DJ from like the middle of America, and I was like, oh, that's bullshit. Stealing that for myself. And I posted it up on the Fan Zone. Name the television. You walk into a date. Girl says, or guy says, "This is my favorite show." You immediately walk the fuck out. What's this show? And I thought we got a plethora of answers. I was pleased with it. I was pleased with the response. None of that hacky bullshit from like fucking Donna in Chicago and shit. All of our good friends. But like, you guys didn't answer, so I was curious.
Sure.
What are your answers?
Why don't we get to the fan responses first?
Yeah. Let's see. Listen, I said good answers only. And I would like to, Casey, I'd like you to read off a couple so I can tell you why they're not good answers.
Anything that's reality TV.
Dumb. Bad answer.
It's too broad.
Just bad answer.
It's too broad.
It's too broad, and honestly, it's just slightly misogynistic.
What?
Women like reality television.
Oh, that's not misogynistic at all.
It's not.
Okay.
That's just true. That seems like it's seen as frivolous entertainment.
Women don't watch car shows; they watch reality shows. I'm Adam Carolla.
Watch car shows. Okay, but either way, it's a bad answer. It's a bad answer. What's
Fox
that?
And Friends. Fox and Friends.
Yeah.
Good answer. I'd have some questions.
I feel like I would have been able to smell that one out before the answer came. Like considering this is probably preambled by some texting via Bumble or whatever.
I was watching The Five the other day. Like The Five. What's your favorite TV show? Fox and Friends. Like,
do you live with your grandmother?
Weird. I gotta get out of here.
Bye.
Keep going, Casey. What else you got?
The Bachelor.
Bad answer. Just and I said so. Everybody knows. Everybody knows how I feel about that wonderful, wonderful television program. Good season this season. The Duggars. So
didn't that guy just get busted for like pedo stuff?
Child porn. So. I agree about. I've never necessarily watched an episode of the Duggars, but I do follow the family religiously.
Wait, is the Duggars the Sister Wives show, or is that separate?
No, that the Sister Wives show is. I don't remember their name. The Duggars is 19 Kids and Counting.
Yep.
It's actually I got canceled.
Counting On got canceled.
Okay, whatever. I can't keep track of all this.
So there was 19 Kids and Counting, but then the oldest one, Josh Duggar, like people were like, he molested me, and then some of the sisters were like, yeah, us too. And they're like, whoa, that show is canceled. So instead, what they did is they made a new show called Counting On, which is like just the same show with a different title. It's like when Taffer's like, we're changing the restaurant name, shut it down.
It's not called J.A. Murphy's anymore. It's called Murphy's Law.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. So that's what they did with Duggars and Counting On. But like, there's a couple of like the kids who are really rebelling against the whole quiverful. It's like quiverful Christianity. That's what it's called. Because if you keep making babies, they're arrows in the quiver. And you always want your quiverful.
Gotcha. So
like some of the kids are like, apparently our parents were bullshit. No one told us. Like, what the fuck?
I hate these people.
So if there's ever like a click link in bio for the Today Show and they're talking about like Jessa Duggar does this, Jill Duggar wears pants, I'm like, yeah, tell me more. Pants? I want to know about that. Yeah, well, because they got dressed modestly, so they only ever wore skirts. And now one of those chicks is like, I wear fucking pants, man. I got myself a smart pair of trousers. I'm gonna put on some slacks.
All right. Any other responses in that whole thing?
There's a lot.
What?
Real Housewives of Anywhere.
I think a bad answer. Like some of those shows are pretty ridiculous.
Also, if the role, it depends. If you're a lady and you're going out with a male and he says Real Housewives, and what your reaction is going to be different than if I went out with somebody and they were like, yeah, I really like the Real Housewives of Atlanta, and I'd be like, well, that's a dumb show, but not a deal breaker.
Yeah, but what if I sit down to, as I've done recently, sat down to date a girl, and they're like, what's your favorite TV show? It's like, well, I try to be home every Monday night at 8 for The Bachelor, and otherwise I'm watching Star Trek. They're like, oh, weird.
So we've got Real Time with Bill Maher.
What?
And that is an
very
answer.
interesting. Honestly,
that's a really strange response.
It's a great response, though, because it's like, yeah, because no, I like it because who gave that response?
John Patrick. I guess.
JPH. Yeah, but see, I understand that JPH stuff because I feel like he's like, nah, I'm not into people who like Bill Maher. I get it,
but I kind of get that because I used to watch Bill Maher, and then what I've come to realize is that he's like this. He puts himself out there as like this liberal talk show host, but he's a jerk. He's an asshole.
It's like someone I'm like, oh, do you listen to this podcast? And they're like, no, I only listen to Joe Rogan.
Did you guys not see the show that he had in 1993, which was the same show?
Yeah, politically incorrect.
He has not changed since ever. He's always been like that.
But I like Bill Maher, but if you're like, yeah, I'm a Bill Maher acolyte, I've seen Bill Maher live. But if you're like, I'm a Bill Maher acolyte, I'm like, well, that's a little weird. That's all.
In fact, politically incorrect got shit canned because he basically said after 9/11, like, well, I mean, those guys weren't cowards. They got on a plane and rammed it into a building. Like,
yeah, I'm kind of scared of doing that.
Anyway, keep going.
2.5 Men.
Okay. I like that.
Friends.
I like that because when I thought of mine, and I might as well do mine, I was going to say King of Queens or something just impossible.
Oh, King of Queens is good.
I don't give up. Well, it's a good response to walk out on, but any of those shows where it's like some hopelessly lame CBS comedy that I've never seen a single episode of because I know it's all the same shit, and I just really love the show. It's so funny. Ooh, Big Bang Theory, probably a good close walk out on.
But see, here's the thing. I think I don't think Big Bang Theory is enough to walk out on. If you said coupling, but the American version, that would be weird. My favorite show is the Heather Locklear vehicle Going Places.
Melrose Place.
Oh, but like, what if like my favorite show is Manifest?
What if they gave you a complete, like a total oddball, like Just the 10 of Us?
or like, there's like, I hate The Love Boat, but my favorite show is The Love Boat: The Next Generation. Like,
wait, that is a series?
Oh yeah, man. It's I think Heart to Heart started in it. In the 90s.
Hot to Hot.
What's your favorite show? Oh, I really got a thing for Simon and Simon.
Jake and the Fat Man. The Fall Guy.
Hi, Brian. It's Beth. Hi, it's Beth. I know it's our third date, popularly known as the sex date. I'm going to need you to dress up as Michael Chiklis, but not from the Shield. I want Michael Chiklis from the Commish.
It's basically the same outfit.
Vic Mackey, right? Was that his name?
I do not remember.
I've never seen it.
On the Shield, yes.
Hey! Did you? What'd you watch last night? Oh, I just sat at home and watched a little bit of Hell's Kitchen. What about you? Oh, I'm part of my yearly rewatch of House of Cards. Like, I'd have a real problem with that.
Yeah, anybody. Like, if I would say anybody who's
between every.
Oh shit.
Casey?
Yeah.
Casey, I have you. Do we have Evan?
No,
it's coming back.
Oh,
That's why I kept doing the timeout move.
We can't see. You're frozen.
Yeah. Brian's moving for me, but you're frozen, and now I'm disconnected. Hold on. What the fuck? My Wi-Fi just went out.
Are you still there, Evan?
I'm like coming in and out. Okay, we're back. I guess.
Your face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
I should start moving any moment.
Where'd you lose?
I don't know. It was like saying, I don't know.
Well, I was saying what I was saying was like House of Cards is a bad show.
Okay, I know.
To be your favorite
right.
show.
So we'll pick up immediately after you said I watched House of Cards for whatever, the third time or something like that. Yeah. Anybody who, for instance, has watched Friends more than 4 times, or even The Office, like any show really, if you've watched it more than 5 times on purpose, yes, and it's over 100 episodes.
Well, question.
TNG is not a comedy. TNG is not a comedy.
Okay, all right, just make, because I am in the middle of like the 3rd season of DS9 right now. And this is like the 3rd time I've done that.
But these are people who will like, they'll finish The Sopranos and just start it over.
Watch the first episode of The Sopranos today. We'll get to it.
I like it.
It's amazing. No, but I think there's like my favorite show is Little House.
Okay.
And I'd be like, why? Why Little
Caillou.
House? Like today is, have you seen Eureka's Castle? I've been like, whoa,
Calliope.
Whoa,
that's the right answer there.
What, Eureka's Castle?
Yeah,
or
if you're on a date and they say that their favorite show is Eureka's Castle, you just run.
That's a good run.
But like, what if it's like me and I'm like, when I was a kid, like I had to open up this athletic club and they didn't have cable, so like I became a big fan of Recess. Like that makes like I there are certain ones where I can't just walk out because I'm gonna need a little bit more information. Like my favorite show is War of the Worlds, starring Adrian Paul from the 80s. Like, really?
Tell me more.
Like, can you? It's a syndicated Canadian show.
I was being facetious. You don't need to tell me more.
Casey, who's Adrian Paul? Do you know?
Let me look it up.
No, don't look it up. Casey, do we have any other answers from the fam zone, and/or what is your answer?
He's Duncan MacLeod.
Okay. I'm sorry. Young Sheldon, but we kind of already covered that.
Young Sheldon's a little. Try harder.
I think I'm in the same boat as you, Brian. Like, although I would have a hard time if someone was like, "Yeah, that's my favorite show," but I would need a little bit more information. But any of the like the Real Housewives stuff, I'm totally in that boat because it's if that is your favorite show, then I think that speaks to you as a person more than if you're like all Friends or The Office is my favorite show.
It also depends on whether it's qualified as a guilty pleasure or this person sincerely finds these people aspirational or something like that.
Right. If they're like, you're going to think this is crazy, but I can't fucking miss The Housewives. I'd be like, all right, I get it. All right, you got good tits. All right, fuck it, like,
you can still get it.
I'm going to stick this out. I'm gonna stick this out. Right. That is, like, what's the show that makes me walk out? I don't know. What are the tits like? Really sus. My favorite show is Touched by an Angel.
Oh, that's a good one.
My favorite show is The Client List.
What was the one with Michael, with the guy from Little House on the Prairie, and he was an angel?
Highway to Heaven?
Yes.
My favorite show is Automan. Right? What was that? What was the one where the guy turns into the car?
Wasn't that a cartoon? Turbo
It
Teen?
was a cartoon. It was also an actual TV show. I think it's Automan. My favorite show?
Transformers?
Airwolf.
Yeah, the spiritual...
Oh, wait. Hold on.
Go for it.
Got one.
Yeah.
It's so one that is going to like divide. Like there's going to be an equal amount of people that are like, this is my favorite show, and that's the worst show.
Yes.
Because if somebody says Lost, Like, I love Lost. I'm not gonna claim it as my favorite show, but if you claim it as your favorite show, you're gonna, push people away.
Well,
It's an interesting choice in 2021. That's for
right,
sure.
Especially if you've watched the entire thing more than once again.
Well, what if? I mean, shit. Maybe when I finish The Sopranos, I'll watch Lost. I'll watch Lost.
Game of Thrones probably right now would be a little bit divisive just because of the last season.
I'm a lot softer on Game of Thrones versus Lost, though. I mean, at least the rest of the series is highly enjoyable for the most part.
Yeah, and at least like Game of Thrones is recent. Like Lost is a long time ago. Hi, I'm Tawny, and my favorite show is Sons of Anarchy. Well,
if her name's Tawny Katane, R.I.P. She's probably more into the Mayans show than the other.
Hi, I'm Madison, and I just love Nip Tuck. I'd be like, what?
But only the season where they move from Florida to Los Angeles.
Weird, like, oh, my favorite show is Smash, starring Catherine Foster. Oh no, that's not her name. What's Catherine McPhee? Or married name is Foster.
I got confused and thought you were talking about Crash with Dennis Hopper, and I don't know who else.
I love the Stars television program Crash, based off the Oscar-winning motion picture Crash.
It really makes you think about race.
Yeah, what if we were just nice to each other? Whoa. My favorite show is Blossom. Whoa. God, what must people think of me when I'm like, well, I love The Bachelor, I watch Star Trek, and if I don't feel like watching Star Trek, I throw on a couple of episodes of Boy Meets World. And then Quantum Leap. Here's the thing, though. Our buddy Chris Leverins, he said Star Trek on the thread, but then texted me, said, Quantum Leap would have been the better thing. And I said, here's where you're wrong. I sit down at a date and the girl says, my favorite TV show is Star Trek Enterprise. I'm walking the fuck out. I'm like, ugh. Weird.
You think they would get specific on that level?
If they got specific on that level, I'd say there's just no hope for us. I'm sorry. Have you seen Deep Space Nine? It's not important.
Right.
It's not
important.
Because you know what people have seen at this point, because it's a week from today, a week from like yesterday and today when it came out. People have seen the trailer for, is it called The Many Saints of Newark? Is that what this fucking thing is? Yeah.
Yes.
Sopranos babies.
Or the Saints of Newark. The Saints of Newark.
They want their fucking ZD. That's an AJ line from the Grandma just got off the phone. She says she's not coming. Does this mean there's no fucking ZD? God damn it. So there's this trailer came out for this Saints of Newark, or Many Saints of Newark, or wherever this thing.
Many Saints of Newark.
I can't tell if it's just a one movie or like a series, but it's Sopranos babies. It's like Tony as a teenager. I think it takes place in like the late 60s through the 70s, maybe. I don't know. The thing is absolutely fucking ridiculous. I sent out the link. Did you guys watch this at all? Oh my God.
I haven't seen it yet, but it's been on my radar.
Thanks for the help.
I cannot remember. Was it Burdenfall?
The Punisher.
Yeah.
He's
also going to be. He's also going to be in the series based on Fenton's book.
That's right.
So that's interesting.
Yeah, if someone says to me that Netflix show, The Punisher, I'm like, breaking up immediately. I was watching this. I'm like, I couldn't tell if it was a parody or not. Like, it was ridiculous. Like, I just had so many ideas about this show. Like Tony passing out like next to the high school gym pool. The big fat guy who was closeted gay just turning to his lover on the 50-yard line of the school football field and saying, I love you, federally mandated free school breakfast, instead of, Johnny Cakes.
Yeah, they definitely need to do a Breakfast Club episode.
Yes. Yeah, Tony, oh, I'm like, I can't talk about this. I can't talk to these nerds. Tony just like at the guidance counselor being like, I don't know what to do with my life. Vera Farmiga's in it.
Oh, okay.
And like, is that just what she's going to do for the rest of her career? Play bad guys' mothers on television? Like, oh no! And I can't wait for you. Hello, I'm young Carmela. Like it's okay to call like a 50-year-old woman Carmela, like on like when she's 50. But like, have you ever met a teenage Carmela? Ever? No. I'm Carmela, and you can call me that as a teenager.
You can call me that as a teenager.
Don't call me anything different, Tony. Wait, Ray Liotta's in it for some reason?
Yeah, for some reason he is.
It's about fucking eye ties. Might as well throw in Ray Liotta.
Leslie Odom Jr., Corey Stoll. So, but we skipped the big one. James Gandolfini's
son.
His son, Michael.
Yeah.
I love Corey Stoll as Uncle Junior. I love it. I think it's an amazing idea. I am so excited about it. I will watch Corey Stoll in damn near anything at this point. I love Ant-Man that much.
So when is this program coming out?
I think it's out in like August or September or some
October
shit.
1st.
October.
Oh, wow.
Those are that's the next month.
All right, we'll put it on the pop culture calendar for the CTB show.
Yeah. Just know I'm watching you Sopranos babies, and I got a lot of hope. I'm gonna try to watch all of Sopranos by the time it comes out, just so I can be ready. Chances are that this is going to be better or worse than the Deadwood movie, which I've never seen yet.
Oh man, so Hannah had never seen the series, right? Which I'll rewatch that. That's a good show for the most part. It gets a little waffly at the end, but the movie takes place 10 years later, and it just feels like an episode of the show where they kind of just like wrap shit up. It doesn't feel like any time has passed since the last episode of the show, except for the fact that it's 10 years later.
That they keep saying it's 10 years later?
Yeah, they do. It's not... what's his name? Star gets married in the movie, and I'm like, wait, they've been engaged for 10 fucking years? I don't buy it. Don't buy it.
Who are they? Me?
Right. And then in the next movie, they're divorced.
6 months later, just didn't work out.
A mysterious illness befalls Deadwood, and everyone is stuck inside.
So I was like, I'm going to my old man.
Oh, dang it.
It's going to suck. Right. Oh, my God. Yeah, I think so. John Bernthal, I think, is playing Tony's dad, who you never saw. He was dead by the first episode. I'm going to watch this shit. I bet you it's going to be 2 stars tops. Okay. Not great.
Sounds
not great.
Fine.
But I can't wait. All right.
Not like we can't cover 2-star material on this program.
Oh, we do. We do indeed.
Yeah. Speaking of this program is over. Thanks for that, Brian. I'm going to mute.
Oh, could you hear that?
Yeah, that was very disgusting, and I'm going to mute that, clip it out, and say, hey, everybody, this has been episode 369. Yeah.
You guys are the one who wanted me to use a microphone.
Not for those purposes.
No, I know. I'm used to being able to do those silent ones.
Yeah. Tropical Paradise edition of the CTB show. We will be back in the confines of the place known as Baltimore in the next week.
Have fun swimming with pigs.
Back to the normal hellhole that is living in Baltimore. At any rate.
Yeah, this shit's getting tough.
Yeah, it's hotter than shit. It's kind of miserable. People are shooting each other. It's no good. But, yeah, we do this for you. So thank you very much for listening. Thank you very much for watching us on YouTube, because we're handsome.
I actually think I look good today, so I feel like I'm looking stacked.
Cool, great.
My tits look great.
I was going to say,
did you get your haircut?
I didn't get my haircut, but it doesn't look like shit today, and I look a little skinny.
Then you should share the link on your Facce book page.
Oh, maybe I will.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you very much for all of those things yet again. Have a great day and a better tomorrow. We go on vacation.